So as always, the video is sponsored by Mono, which is a very well-known gaming company, and of course they're giving away their gaming mouse with a brand new color pouch. This looks absolutely insane. It's backlit by LEDs, 7 different colors and switches, adjustable DPS and high FPS rate, and they offer the super bass headphones. These either come in black or white. You get a microphone giving you the high quality clear voice, and it's anti-rap and stretch resistant. If you want to take it up a notch and look super spy-y, they have a new product which is a mini Bluetooth earbud. It's got a built-in HD and sensitivity microphone, comes in either black, beige, pink, white and blue. These products are free of charge, they cost you absolutely nothing, shipping not included. Check out the link in the description below. What is going on, guys, and welcome your face back to what is about to be a very opinionated video. Everyone's thoughts is going to matter in this one, okay? So hey, it's just one of those videos. The comment section is probably going to be a war zone, but of course today is the final day until we finally can get our hands on the first ever Spider-Man DLC, of course the Black Cat DLC. But what is surprising is that if you live in the mythical lands of Australia, of course you've got your hands on it as well, and there's a lot of people that got review copies and whatnot. But if you're like me, then you're just gonna stay away from that stuff because you don't want to spoil it for yourself. Now, of course, Insomniac games have upset a lot of people, surprisingly actually, and it's something that we didn't really expect. But before I dive into that, first and foremost about the DLC, we do have some general information, and it is that it's going to be 2.6 gigabytes around that. It does come from a dude in the mythical lands of Reddit who goes by the name Kenneth, and he also shared something interesting on how it took him around 2 hours and 45 minutes to complete the game 100%, but he believes that people will be able to finish it in less than 2. And someone did of course go ahead and ask if that 2 hours is for the main story or for like all the collectibles and side quests, and he said it's more or less just the collectibles and side quests. He said it's his first time playing since like the release date, so it's a little bit rusty, but if you do just the story alone, it will be over in an hour and a half. So of course that is more or less confirming that there's roughly around like 30 minutes of extra content. Now, this is where I feel a lot of people will start to get annoyed, because it's happened when they did of course announce the DLC suits for the game. That is more or less like the origin of people just getting completely pissed off with what they are doing. Now, I know a lot of people do say, including myself to be honest, that I feel we are putting a lot of pressure on them, but if you take a look at the recent things that have been going on, I guess it's safe to say we all feel like to some extent they're not really listening. Now, I'm beyond excited for the DLC and I really can't wait to play it, but one of the key things in this game is of course the suits, and when these suits were released, it's just one of those things that like I'd probably say maybe like 40% of the people were excited about. I know I don't really feel any of them. Like if I had to choose one, it would definitely be, you know, the red and black one, but besides that, there's not any suit that just stands out and makes me say wow, and this is a really cool thing. And what I'm about to say is something that I feel is it just needs to be implemented into the game, and it will make people return to the game and really overall bring the community together. And some of you guys know exactly what I'm about to say, but when you take a look at all the suits and that they're not adding things like the Raimi suit that people are really excited for, I mean, I could be completely wrong, okay? In the DLC they might just be like, well hey, here you go, we surprised you, but at this moment in time I really think there should be a community tab in the game that allows you to do custom suits and allows people to download essentially your creation. Look, there's loads of games out there that do that, so at this stage it's not about the fact of it being a unique feature or like kind of following, I guess, a crowd in terms of like the features in the game, but I think it will be a great way to bring a community together, because things like the Raimi suit, if they're not going to add it into the game, at least someone can go ahead and do a fan-made one, or like the Spider Cop suit, etc, etc. Just add it into the game and you can download the skin. I think it would be amazing. I really truly believe in this idea, and I know I might be saying like it's one of those things that take like 2 minutes to add. Of course it's not as simple as that, but it definitely is something they can do. It's not impossible, let's be honest. But like everything they've done recently with the new Game Plus mode, despite that being really cool, and like I said, the DLC, if you take a look at like the time gaps that the new Game Plus mode came out, a lot of people 100%ed it, and even though it was only confirmed you're going to be getting a trophy, some some people did expect more, including myself, and I don't know, it's just one of those things. So that was like another disappointment. And then of course, with the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, to some extent it kind of feels like everything's just, you know, being thrown out there super quick so you can go ahead and play it. I don't know, because I believe in Insomniac. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say like these guys are completely screwing everything up, and there's people on YouTube that are super passionate that they are completely screwing everything up, but in my opinion, I think they're just making, you know, the wrong decisions at this moment in time, especially with the suits. And hey, it's just not really making anyone go, wow, I want to go and play Spider-Man again. And this is like the core problem. I really do believe it. But I want you guys to leave your thoughts on Insomniac's recent actions, I guess you could say. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like they're listening to the community? Or do you feel like they're kind of just chucking everything out before major game releases like Red Dead Redemption 2 and whatnot? And then maybe in the next DLC, everything's going to get a little bit more spicier, of course, because there's no big competition coming out around that time. Again, I said at the beginning of the video it's going to be an opinionated video. I wanted to just say how I feel about everything going on, and especially seeing that I'm not the only one feeling like this. You know, it's one of those things. It really is one of those things, but I also don't want to be that guy that's like, hey, Insomniac, keep doing this, and it's just like completely putting pressure on them. But it's just simple things that are being missed, I guess you could say, and it results that final thing on why people are upset and how people feel like the fans ain't getting what they want. But you guys leave your thoughts in the comment section below. It's gonna wrap up this one. I shall see you in the next one, of course, when we do play the DLC. I know we're all gonna have some very interesting opinions on it, but let's hope that this will be great, because, you know, it's the beginning of the DLCs, and I feel like it will determine all the other DLCs. But I will see you in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.